"Son, if you died tomorrow, what would you regret the most?" Ethan froze. The question came from his father suddenly, like thunder on a calm night. He had never thought about it. His hands trembled slightly, his lips parted, but no words came out. His father leaned closer, his eyes sharp, his voice low. "Do you know what people regret the most at the end of their lives? Not the money they lost, not the mistakes they made. They regret the time they wasted. The seconds, the hours, the years they can never get back." Silence, heavy, unshakable silence. That was the beginning of a lesson that would change Ethan's life forever. Ethan was 17, standing at the edge of adulthood but living like a child. His dreams were loud, his words were big. "I'll be rich one day. I'll build a company. I'll travel the world." But his actions were empty. After school, he would drop his bag, pick up his phone, scroll for hours, laugh at meaningless videos, and drown himself in video games until midnight. His notebooks were blank. His goals were vague. His habits were weak. "Tomorrow," he always said. "I'll start tomorrow." But tomorrow never came. Mr. Anderson, his father, watched in silence. He had been young once. He had wasted time too, and he knew the heavy price of procrastination. But instead of lecturing, he decided to teach. Ethan threw a story, one that carried scars of regret and the weight of wisdom. That evening, the house was quiet. The clock ticked slowly, each second echoing through the silence. Mr. Anderson called his son into his study. On the table sat a large glass jar, a box of sand, a pile of big stones, and a pitcher of water. "Sit," the father said. Ethan obeyed, confused. "This jar," Mr. Anderson began, "is your life. The empty space inside is all the time you have in this world. The stones, the sand, the water, they are the things you fill your life with." He placed the big stones inside, clink, clink. "These are the most important things: your health, your education, your family, your purpose. Without them, your life will collapse." Then he poured in the sand. It slipped between the gaps. "These are distractions, games, gossip, social media. Small things. They fit around the big ones. But if you fill your jar with them first, there will be no room left for the things that matter." Finally, he poured the water. It filled the last spaces. "This," he said, "is everything else, the routines, the background noise. They will always fit, but only if you've already made space for what's important." Ethan leaned forward, watching carefully. "Every day of your life is a jar," his father said. "What you put inside it decides your future. If you waste your time filling it with sand, you will wake up one day and realize your jar is full of nothing but emptiness." Ethan chuckled nervously. "Dad, I'm still young. I have plenty of time." His father didn't smile. Instead, he turned to his bookshelf, pulled out an old leather diary and handed it to his son. Ethan opened it. Inside were scribbles of dreams. At 18, start a business. At 21, write a book. At 25, travel to 10 countries. But then, blank pages, dozens of them. Empty years. "These," his father whispered, "are my wasted years. I told myself the same lie you're telling yourself now. I have time." But time didn't wait. When I looked up, I was 40, and those blank years were gone forever. Ethan swallowed. The weight of silence pressed on his chest. "Do you know the difference between successful people and failures?" his father asked. Ethan shook his head. "Successful people value minutes. Failures waste hours." His father's voice grew firmer. "Let me tell you another story. There was once a farmer with fertile land. In spring, he said, 'I'll plant tomorrow.' The next day, he said the same. He wasted his time in tea shops, gossiping with neighbors, sleeping under the shade. By the time he finally decided to plant, the season had passed. His land was dry, the seeds useless. When harvest came, other farmers filled their barns. His field was empty. His family starved. Not because the land was barren, but because the farmer wasted his time." Ethan's face tightened. The story cut deep. "Don't be that farmer, son," his father said quietly. "Your youth is your fertile season. If you waste it, no harvest will come." Ethan shifted uneasily. "But Dad, sometimes I just need to relax." "What's the harm?" Mr. Anderson pointed to the ticking clock on the wall. "Do you hear that? Tick-tock, tick-tock, that's the sound of your life disappearing. Every tick is gone forever. You can't buy it back." He paused, then leaned forward. "Imagine you receive $86 and $400 every morning, but by midnight, whatever you don't use disappears. What would you do?" "I'd use it all," Ethan answered instantly. "Exactly," his father said. "Every day you're given 86,400 seconds. By midnight, they vanish. If you waste them, they are lost forever." Ethan's eyes widened. For the first time, the lesson sank in. Mr. Anderson grew quiet, his voice softer. Years ago, I met a man on his deathbed. He was 80. His children stood around him, but his eyes were filled with tears. They said, "Father, why do you cry?" "You lived long." He replied, "Yes, I lived long, but I didn't live wisely. I wasted my youth in laziness, my middle age in distractions. Now at the end, I would give all my wealth for just one more year of youth. But time doesn't sell itself to anyone." And with that regret, he closed his eyes forever. Ethan's throat tightened. He felt a sting in his chest. That night, Ethan couldn't sleep. His father's words echoed in his head. "Every wasted minute is a piece of your future you'll never get back." He thought about the hours lost in meaningless scrolling, the days wasted on games, the years slipping by with nothing achieved. He realized he had been filling his jar with sand. The next morning, Ethan woke up early. He grabbed a notebook and wrote, "Today I will not waste my time. Today I will begin." Days turned into weeks. Ethan started waking up early, studying with focus, working on small projects, exercising daily. He cut down distractions, and for the first time he felt alive. One evening, he walked into his father's study with notes in his hand. His eyes were bright with determination. "Dad," he said, "I get it now. Time is life, and I won't waste it anymore." His father smiled and placed a hand on his shoulder. "Remember, Ethan, money lost can be earned again. Health lost can sometimes be restored, but time lost is gone forever. The wisest man is the one who treasures every second." So now, my friend who is listening, let me ask you the same question. Ethan's father asked him, "If you die tomorrow, what will you regret the most? Will it be the hours you wasted scrolling? The days you spent procrastinating? The dreams you left behind? Remember this, time is life. Don't waste it.